What's popping? What's popping? So your girl Kendra Brand, communicate, conversate, whatever you guys call it. Today we're outside. I'm not gonna hold you. This is the third time of me making this video. The second two times, you couldn't really hear me because I was turning my back towards the camera. So, yeah. Take number three. And it's crazy because I should have just kept them and said fuck it, but I want y'all to hear me because this is some real shit, you know. And we got to experience some things on here, you know, during this time. Like I said, I'm out in nature. Usually I'll be in my room making these videos, but today, I came out in nature because I needed to ground myself, and that's the topic of the day is grounding yourselves. When you feel like the world is too much for you, when you feel like you have a lot on your plate, when you feel like you are really stressed, when you feel like things are just making you don't want to do nothing, making you want to stay in the crib, making you feel empty inside, it's time for you to go ground yourself. And I'm telling you this from experience. I ain't gonna hold you the past couple of weeks or the past week or so. Your girl has been in the crib by herself. Well, not by herself because I live with my mama, but I've been in the crib minding my business, just doing me. You know, I really didn't want to get outside. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to focus on nothing. I wasn't doing anything. I was just in the crib, sleeping, waking up, taking a shower, maybe finding something to eat, and going back to sleep. Maybe watching YouTube and go back to sleep. Like, it was gotten to the point where I didn't even want to really watch YouTube. You know, I didn't really want to watch nothing. I didn't really want to do nothing. I just wanted to sleep. I was just exhausted. I was just tired. I didn't have the energy. I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like making a video. I don't feel like doing none of that. None of that. And it's gotten hello. I'm sorry, there's a bird over there just staring at me. But yeah, I came out here because I realized that yeah, I don't want to go outside. Yeah, I don't want to do this. Yeah, I don't want to do that. But I know I need to. I need to go outside and ground myself. I need to go outside and bask in the sun. I need to go outside and be at one with nature. Because if I don't, I'm going to be a shell of myself for a couple more days. And I'm not really trying to be a shell of myself for a couple more days. I'm actually trying to get some shit done, you know? I'm actually trying to get my hair done. If you see my hair underneath this, you'll be like, girl, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? But, yeah, when I had came out here, I had hugged a tree. I had a whole conversation with that tree behind us, okay? Like a full-blown conversation. And the second time I made this video, I brought y'all along with me. I brought y'all along with me, you know what I'm saying? And not only was the tree listening, but the birdie was up in the nest listening to me too. Like, yeah, for real, girl. Like, damn, it's a look. I don't care doing it again. People might think I'm crazy because I over here hugging on trees and shit, but let me set y'all up. Okay. This is a tree I was hugging. Oh shit, y'all really can't see me. Let me turn y'all a little bit. I think that works. This sorry, I got no shoes on because I wanted to be really one with nature. But this is a tree I was hugging, and there's people walking behind me, going behind me, like, she's talking to a tree, which I was, you know, I was over here talking to the tree, you know, telling it about my life, hugging the tree and all that jazz. Just think, how many people comes and hugs this tree? How many people comes and love on this tree? How many people comes and appreciate this tree? Probably not a lot. These trees need hugs too, and I don't get hugs. Like, you might think I'm joking, but dead ass, I don't get hugs. My mama don't like to hug people. I would have to force a hug out of her, and she don't even hug me back. She just sits there. So I don't get hugs for real, and So I kind of feel like this tree, you know. People probably walk past me or interact with me and all that jazz, but they don't hug me, they don't come to talk to me, they don't do none of that shit. Like for real, for real. But yeah, I was just over here talking to Siri, like, you know, I've been going through it this past week. You know, I'm not gonna hold you. I've been truly like in my head this past couple of weeks because, you know, my past memories, my past thoughts been coming up in my head, been flowing through my mind, been making me over here more depressed than I should be because it's just like, you know, I've been through a lot in my life. And there's a lot of things that I still need to heal from, you know, things from high school, things from middle school, shit, things from elementary. I'm not gonna hold you. Your girl's been through some shit, you know, like I've been bullied all my life, you know, even in middle school, elementary, high school, all that shit. Even now, well, not even now. Thank God, not now because I don't be around people, you know, but I've been bullied, you know, and I've been talked about, and I've been shut down, and I've been going through a lot, and that's what's been coming up lately in my mind and my thoughts. How when I was in middle school, there was this girl. Her name was Janelle. Her name was Janelle, and she made up a rumor about me beating her up in the bathroom. Like, girl, I don't even fight people, so I'm confused on why you even saying that. I was literally the nicest person in that school, and I didn't understand why she made up that rumor. I didn't understand why she. We were kids, and I get it, we were kids, but that still doesn't give you an excuse. You're a child. That don't mean shit because there's children out here that understands so much at their young age. Like me, when I was younger, I understood so much. When I was in elementary, I understood so much. You know, I was one of a kind. I've always been one of a kind. I've always been out of out of body, or should I say, I've always felt like I've been out of body. I've always felt out of like I felt like I was never supposed to be in this world. I felt like this world was not made for me. I always felt like this world was not for my kind, I should say. You know, everybody was always fucking with me. Everybody was talking shit about me. Everybody was messing with me, bullying me. In elementary school, I had so-called friends, and motherfuckers was like, I don't know, I didn't understand that because I had so-called friends like these three girls. It was a white girl, an Asian girl, and a black girl, and I think their names was Danielle, Leslie, and Dawn. And uh, one day, it was like it was like an out of body experience because like I was right there, and then they was like a couple of feet away from me, and Leslie was gonna be like, "We're not her friends, right?" And they were like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What the fuck?" This is elementary school. I want to say I was in first grade. I'm not gonna hold you. I want to say I was in first grade during this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know, you're pretending to be my friend. Why pretend? Why pretend to be my friends? I know we're little kids. I get it. Blah 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 blah. Why pretend? And now we've had some shit happen to where when I was in elementary school, I don't know what happened, but bitches started attacking me. I guess it was because the popular boy liked me in some type. Bro, it was so weird in fucking elementary school. It was so weird. I was like, what the fuck? I don't belong here. These little ass kids, and I'm not gonna hold you. I'm little too. I'm young too. But they just didn't like me. I didn't get it. They pretend like they like me, but they didn't like me. And I was like, okay, whatever. Fuck you. Anyway, and then my thoughts from middle school came. Like I said, there was this girl named Janelle. She lied and said I beat her ass in the bathroom. Bitch, Janelle was the fighter. She was always messing with motherfuckers. There was this girl that she messed with, which was my friend. And I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't stick up for her or none of that because it's like, it was like, you have to fight your own battles to learn. And I get that. And not only that, I myself was a little ass kid getting bullied left and right, and nobody stood up for me. And don't get me wrong, I stood up when I felt like I needed to. But if I constantly stood up for them, you know, who's gonna stand up for me? And not only that, when I'm not there, who's gonna stand up for you? You know. But it was a lot, and I got bullied a lot, and those thoughts were coming up, and I went through a lot, especially with that time with that girl named Janelle in middle school. I had motherfuckers looked at me so differently, and it took my heart because, you know, especially now since I'm thinking about it, it took my heart because I was in middle school and I was never the bad kid. I never had issues. I never had people talking. I mean, telling people. Well, I guess I can't say that because she told people that I was bullying her or I beat her ass in the bathroom. But I was never bad. I was always a good kid, and I never understood why bad shit always followed me. And the fact that the teachers just ran with it made me even more upset. It's just like, you have no fucking proof, you have no fucking evidence that I beat her ass in a bathroom, and if I did, where are the bruises? Where are the bruises? And not only that, why didn't you come the day it happened? You know? If it happened, why didn't you come the day it happened when you were right, the day you got beat up? No. Some random day. Oh yeah, I get called to the damn detentional, whatever her fucking name is, office. Her name was Miss Alexander. She calls me to the office and they tell me, Janelle said you beat her in the bathroom. Da, da, da. Now you got detention for a week. A fucking detention for a week. I have to sit in this room in detention for a week. Get my lunch last. And not only that, I was in this B&A club or B&A class with Janelle. I was in B&A class with Janelle, and I guess she didn't like me because I could do the things that she could do, and I was a plus-size individual. I was just a simple individual, and people always was happy about me, smiling on me. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I gotta press this thing off my screen. And, oop. But, yeah, I was, happy. Sorry. I was a happy individual. Get back to the story. I was a happy individual. I was a cheerful individual. And like I said, I was in this Believe and Achieve club. Believe and Achieve class with the Janelle. And the Believe and Achieve teacher always made us exercise, do discipline and all this shit. And I had to do fucking duck walks. If y'all know what duck walks is, it's literally you getting down, squatting, and walking like a fucking duck. And I had to go there, do that from the whole one end of the motherfucking hallway to the other end. Up the stairs, back down the stairs, and back to the other end of the motherfucking hallway. All because a bitch lied on me. And it was I was so upset. Now that I think about it, I'm still upset because I didn't tell nobody about it. I didn't speak my truth. And it pisses me off because till this day I'm still upset, and I get it. I have to heal. I have to heal from so much shit from my motherfucking past, and it's a lot, you know? It's a lot because it's just like, when I was younger, I never spoke up for myself. I always just kept quiet and accepted it, kept quiet and allowed it instead of taking up for myself because I never had anybody around me that truly took up for myself. It was a lot, okay? I'm not gonna hold you. Give me 1 second. Whew. Sorry, I'm releasing right now. If you can tell, this tree is really helping me because I'm releasing right now. But I've been through a lot, and sometimes the things from my past come up in my future, come up in my, should I say, in my present, not my future. Sometimes the past comes up in my present to where it makes me depressed. It makes me feel like, damn, I did go through a lot in my life, and I'm still standing, and I'm grateful that I'm still standing because I could have fucking fell into a hole that I shouldn't have fell in, or that wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? It could have been way worse than what I am now, and I'm just grateful. But at the same time, I know I still have to heal so fucking much from my past, from all the bullying that I went through, from all the fucked up shit that people did behind my back, how people tarnished me and talked shit about me and did some trash ass shit to me. And I'm going through life, you know. one day at a time, one step at a time. And like I said, this past week, all those memories just been coming up, and memories of how my life was and how fucked up my life has been, and I just felt down, I felt bad, and I didn't want to do nothing. Like I said, I felt stressed, I felt depressed, I felt, I don't know how to explain it, but if you know, if you've been through some things and you've harbored it and you've kept it in and all, and then all of a sudden it starts flowing out and making you, basically forcing your ass to heal that shit, forcing your ass to look at that shit so you can heal, so you can move forward. It takes time. It takes a toll on you for real, but it also takes time for you to heal that shit. And I'm here to tell you, when that shit happens, come talk to a tree, spill it out to a tree, tell it to a tree. It'll listen. I've been talking to this tree. I've been talking to y'all and this tree. I'm not gonna hold you. I had a whole conversation. The first time I recorded this, the second time I recorded this, and the third time I recorded this. I'm not gonna hold you. The third time, this video that I've recorded this, it's taken more out of me than the first two videos. I'm not gonna hold you. I cried in this video. I wasn't even planning on crying. Like, right? Look at the birds. You can't even see the birds, but there's birds over there. But yeah, I wasn't even planning on crying. I wasn't even planning on being emotional. I was just here and telling you to ground yourself, telling you to come hug a tree, talk to a tree, release and ground yourself and be a part of nature when you don't feel good, when you don't feel like doing anything in the world, when you feel so stressed. Come outside and bask in the sun and talk to nature and allow it to listen. Allow it to be the ears that you've never had, And I get it. You probably like, people are over there thinking you're weird, or you're probably over there looking like she's weird over here talking to a tree. Yeah, I am. Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Carolina Angelica Lofton Reason. I go by, is that a fucking white squirrel? Oh my gosh. That was a white squirrel, and I have not seen a white squirrel in ages. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? I gotta look that up and see what that means. But yeah, there's a white squirrel over there. You can't see it because it's over there, and I'm not gonna turn the camera right now because I'm talking. But like I was saying, hello, my name is Carolina Angelica Lofton Reason. I go by Lena the Hood Therapist, and I hug trees. I talk to animals. I'm that motherfucker. I'm that weird motherfucker that you see on the block. Hey tree, how you doing today? Hey birds, what's up? What's poppin'? Hey squirrely. Yeah, I'm that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Because they human, well, they're not human, but they're creatures too. They're beings too. They live just like us. They live just like us. They breathe just like us. They might not breathe the same as us, but they breathe just like us. They're experiencing this world just like us. But yeah, I'm grateful that I came out here and talked, because I really was not. Sorry, I'm really looking at this white squirrel that I have not seen. And not only that, this damn bird over here just, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to mess with you, y'all. I was saying, yeah, and the bird looked directly at me like, who, me? Yeah, you. Oh man, if only you could have seen that. That shit was funny as hell. That bird literally looked at me when I said that bird over there. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta release and truly be one with the world, and take your socks off and let your crusty toes get in the grass and shit. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Birdie, you probably looking at me like, you're crazy. I am. Man, I am. I am. That's just me. like I said, if only you knew what I've been through. If only you knew what I've experienced. And the only thing that's truly gotten me through is God and nature. Nature and God. The world and God, you know? It's been a lot. I've experienced a lot. But I'm grateful for the experience because I'm learning each and every day. Even though when I feel like I don't want to learn, in those moments of depression, in those moments of sadness, in those moments when I'm down, in those moments when I feel like I don't want to do it anymore, I'm still learning. Healing, but learning at the same time because it's a part of life. You being down and depressed and sad and all that, it's a part of life because it teaches you that there's going to be times where you don't feel like doing anything. There's going to be times where you feel like everything is not working out for you. There's going to be times where the thoughts in your head is just going to make you not want to go, not want to live. But it also teaches you how strong you are, you know? It teaches you that even though you feel that way, you're not going to always feel that way. You're going to get up and be a better you. It might not be now, it might not be in a week, it might not be in a month, but eventually you'll turn around and those sad and depressed days will get better. Just like how I just experienced and how we all just experienced what I just experienced, you know? I was just over here talking about, yeah, we need the ground, da, 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 and then I started to talk to the tree, talk to the motherfucking tree, and released and started crying and all that shit. Now I'm over here fucking laughing, looking at a damn white squirrel. It's a lot. Bro, it's a lot. And there's people looking at me and they're like, what's wrong with this person? She's just over here hugging a tree talking and all this. Yeah. If only motherfuckers knew what I just went through. I just went through so much. I just released so much on this one video. It's not even fucking funny. And I know for a fact that I'm going to be releasing more today, especially today, because it's a lot. But yeah. I think it's about that time, you know, because I want to actually sit here and relax, not just sit and talk to the camera. I want to actually thank you for allowing me to release on you because I needed that. I'm truly grateful that you allowed me to talk to you. You allowed yourself to be my ears because I needed that. That release was definitely needed because, like I said, I've been through a lot recently. I'm truly grateful. But like I was saying, I'm not gonna sit here on this camera all day. You know, I want to sit in the sun and actually bask and just lay on the ground. I ain't got no blanket, no nothing. I'm just gonna lay here in this wet ass grass. It's not that wet. It's getting a little dry from the sun, but I'm getting ready to truly bask in it like I need to, so I can release more and ground myself more. Because as you can tell, I need to ground myself more. So if you're seeing this video, go outside and release, ground yourself, hug a tree. I don't give a fuck if you look crazy. I don't give a fuck if you look dumb. I don't give a fuck if you look weird. You've seen what happened to me when I hugged that tree. I released a lot. Go out there, release, and then sit and allow the sun to rejuvenate you. That's what I'm gonna do. I released. Now I'm gonna ground and rejuvenate like the sun. Or like the tree. You know how they put the seed in and then you have to allow it to do what it does and go through. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, oh damn, y'all can't even hear me, can y'all? That's gonna be sucky. But alright, y'all, peace out.